Understanding bargaining. Enterprise bargaining is a formal process that involves employers, employees, and their representatives working together to make an enterprise agreement. An enterprise agreement is a legal document that sets pay and entitlements for employees. It covers one or more employers and some or all of their employees. During bargaining, employers, employees, and their representatives discuss, negotiate, and agree on the employment terms and conditions for their workplace or workplaces, like pay, leave, and allowances. While there are different approaches employers, employees, and their representatives can take, there are generally three key stages found in good bargaining processes. 1. Prepare. 2. Negotiate. And 3. Implement.
First, employers and employees decide who will represent them during the bargaining process. These representatives make up the bargaining committee. They communicate the wants, needs, and concerns of the people they represent. In stage 1, members of the bargaining committee consult with the employers and employees they represent. They speak with them and listen to their views to gather relevant information that supports their positions or interests. Through this process, employer and employee representatives each develop a list of topics for bargaining. This may take the form of a log of claims or a list of issues or interests. Separately or together, members of the bargaining committee also consider issues that are relevant to the bargaining context, like current social and economic conditions, the cost of living and the business environment, and workplace matters, like new technology or changes to team workloads or structures. Before negotiations start, the bargaining committee also agrees on how and when bargaining will happen.
With preparation done, the process moves to the bargaining table in stage 2. This is where the real negotiation begins. To negotiate or bargain, the bargaining committee works through the topics in the employers' and employees' logs of claims, or lists of issues or interests one by one. Each member of the bargaining committee is there to advocate and negotiate for the best outcome for the people they represent. To do this, they provide information and justification to support their points of view. Representatives listen to each other's views. They may go back and forth over a few meetings to consider and discuss ideas and issues raised. Throughout this process, the bargaining committee updates the people they represent. They may also ask for opinions on proposed enterprise agreement terms and share these with the bargaining committee.
Sometimes there are difficult conversations at the bargaining table. Representatives of employers and employees can have conflicting points of view about an issue. It's important to recognise that these different points of view are not personal. Most of the time, they happen because of competing positions and interests. It can be useful to try to focus on the issue itself and seek to understand each other's points of view by listening and respectfully asking questions. Sometimes bargaining stalls or breaks down. When this happens, there are a number of things employers, employees, and their representatives can do to advance their positions. This may include taking protected industrial action. Employers, employees, and their representatives can also seek assistance from the Fair Work Commission when bargaining for an enterprise agreement. Once the terms of the enterprise agreement are settled by the bargaining committee, it must be voted on by employees and approved by the Fair Work Commission. Once approved, the enterprise agreement replaces any awards or previous agreements that would otherwise apply.
The final stage of bargaining is to implement the approved enterprise agreement. This is important because enterprise agreements aren't something that can be made and then forgotten about. They are legally enforceable documents. Employers, employees, and their representatives should establish processes to ensure everyone understands and can comply with the terms of the new enterprise agreement. One way to do this is to set up a joint implementation committee. Employers should make sure payroll systems and other processes are fit for purpose and are updated as required. They should also keep an eye on base pay rates in any awards that would otherwise apply, to ensure their employees' base pay rates don't fall below award minimums. If they do, employees must be paid the higher base rate from the award, while their other entitlements continue to come from the enterprise agreement.
Enterprise agreements have a nominal expiry date, but they continue to apply until they're replaced by a new enterprise agreement or terminated by the Fair Work Commission. When an enterprise agreement is near or reaches its nominal expiry date, employers, employees, and their representatives can restart the bargaining process. Though the bargaining process often takes time, effort, and commitment, it can allow employers, employees, and their representatives to create terms and conditions that suit the unique context and interests of their workplace. When done effectively, bargaining can also foster a collaborative and consultative workplace culture that benefits both employers and employees. To get help with bargaining for an enterprise agreement, visit the Fair Work Commission website.